My name is Percival Everett. I'm the author of a novel called Erasure, which was published some 20 years ago, and is the source for the movie American Fiction. The novel is about the impediments to making art that our culture puts in front of us. To give a nice, boring academic answer, it's really about a pissed-off writer who is unhappy with the treatment of his work. The character is alarmingly similar to me, but it is not me, thank goodness. And he has met with some, I guess we call it, career pitfalls. His novels haven't sold particularly well. He has some trouble getting published. And it seems that the problem always comes back to the fact that his work is a little too academic and not stereotypically enough black. Growing up in the U.S., when I would go to the bookstore, if I were to see black characters, they would be depicted in novels of the antebellum South, or always in the inner city. And I was a middle-class black kid. That wasn't my family. My father was a doctor. My grandfather was a doctor. We didn't exist in print or on screen. And so that's pretty much the root of the problem in the novel. He's quite comfortably self-assured. He's not cocky at all, but he exudes an air of confidence. And you believe in him right away. And this is kind of remarkable. You read this novel in 2020, and here we are in 2023, and it's being released. I've never seen anything like this. So I'm impressed by him on a number of levels. He certainly understood the novel. More importantly, he understood the spirit of the novel. And it was clear to me talking to him that he understood what had to change in the novel to make it filmic. I thought it was exactly what it should be. He took my material and made it his own. He did something that I would not have been able to do, which was transmute the novel into a screenplay, because you can't have everything from a novel on the screen. And I wrote all of those scenes because I liked them. I wouldn't have been able to divorce myself competently from them to make something as coherent as he did. The most basic story here is about that writer who can't fit in. He has familial problems with his brother, his mother, who is approaching dementia. But navigating as a character because of his upbringing and how it doesn't allow him to fit perfectly comfortably into this American culture, he's trying to find that comfort and find a place. Well, the character's name is Thelonious Monk. I'm sorry, his middle name is not Monk. His nickname is Monk because of his first name, Thelonious, last name Ellison. A rather obvious tribute to both Ralph Ellison and Thelonious Monk. He's played by Jeffrey Wright. And as soon as Court told me that Jeffrey was the person he had in mind, I couldn't think of anyone else who could play this character. So this worked out beautifully. And Wright's portrayal of Monk is so nuanced and quiet, but in no way timid, that one can't help but be engaged with him. There's a closeness that Tracy Ellis Ross and Jeffrey Wright share on screen that's kind of remarkable, and I think unusual. And what you get to hear is a conversation between black siblings that we really haven't seen in film. Intellectual and ironic banter, stuff that can only come out of a history together and a shared style of living. This is an intellectual, fairly well-heeled family living in America that isn't simply a white family painted brown, who they have to deal with the fact that they exist in the culture as other, and do so in with the use of humor, irony, and fierce intelligence.